Let's get this weekend conversation started. Who should we start with first? Clarissa Shields, Ashanti. Ashanti what? Ashanti being bothered by who? Who doing what? Who's upsetting her? What's the story on this one? Chantel Jackson has an upcoming birthday. Say what? How's she celebrating that? I think we should start about Clarissa mentioning on one of her most recent interviews that she wants to have a baby. She wants to start a family. Now we know that hey, Miss Kathy Ann. Now we know that she is dating Papoose. We know that that is Remy Ma's husband. It's been shared over and over again about Remy being out in them streets and doing her thing and making her videos and going live and putting out the exchanges between Papoose and Clarissa when she was begging to know where he was at. Now, honestly, I'm rooting for them. In all that mess of being tangled up and all that's going on, I think he appears to be a good man. He appears, even with all of that going on. But sometimes people just aren't meant to be. Sometimes people do go astray, unfortunately, even though they take these vows, but unfortunate things do happen. If they can make it, if they're the right couple to be together, then yeah, it's some things that Pap definitely needs to get together on his end. And I'm sure it's still some things that Clarissa needs to work on as well. And if that's the direction that they do decide to go in. But again, everybody's grown. Now, oh, hey, Miss Dolores, it's good to see you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, y'all, I don't know where these conversations is going. I don't know how people are gathering these opinions. I mean, I got my own opinion as it is, but I'm seeing that like one blogger was sharing about Ashanti, and I'm trying to be very careful what I say, how I say it, because I don't know YouTube's laws like that, their regulations like that. So, but I'm trying to be careful and sensitive to such subject matters at the same time, because you never know what we going through as a people, human beings. But now we know Nelly likes Ashanti's figure. He likes it. He loves it. That's wonderful. He's in love with his wife. Period. But I'm talking about the outer person right now. Now, people trying to say Ashanti is being disrespected with the way Nelly has talked to her. She's covering up this hurt, this pain, this uncomfortable marriage that she's in by eating. By eating. Ashanti is being poked at. And I don't believe in body shaming. I think that is awful. That is not appropriate to shame people, period. But again, we know Ashanti's not 18. She's not 20 when she had this child. The fact that she's married, happy, has this baby, this healthy baby, they're enjoying life. But just because they chose to do this reality show, it's like people are trying to bring punishment, harm, shame, rumors, lies, as if because you did this show, because your husband performed at their inauguration, this is now how we're going to treat you. Some kind of way it's taking a whole nother circle and people's hopping on this train to work against her. This late in the game, okay, let me back up. Night. Why they can't just leave her alone? Why can't they? They just mad because she won't show her baby. So now Nelly won't show, because she won't show her baby. So now Nelly not good for her. That's true, because it's been different turns of events with that because she won't show her baby, which I am definitely in agreement about people and their privacy and how they want to do it. Because again, it's like, dang, once that's done eventually, I can only imagine people are going to be saying about innocent children. Because the way people be going in about grown people as it is. But my Lord, Mr. Dolores, there it is. You said it. Josine, the narrative and think pieces that people have towards her and Nelly is crazy. It is crazy. Fasa, Ashanti is fine. And who do you find these takes? Ashanti is with her family. It doesn't care what the internet trolls who want clicks. Yeah, I mean, because I do the content covering them, I'm gonna see other people's algorithm. But some of this stuff be so far gone that I commonly said, like, okay, yeah, we do have to be careful, people. You do have to be careful. I get it. What you listen to, what you take in, what you watch, because the comments that come in and support these type of narratives is almost unbelievable, because these are people that we are walking amongst. And if people's minds is that softened, if people's hearts is that hardened and that cold with some of the stuff, let me see. Another thing that kind of threw me off guard, because she laughs. I'm a laugher too, y'all. Like when I'm not on the YouTube and everything like that, but when I'm with around family or the one who it is that I connect with or enjoying different ones or what have you, I find myself laughing. I don't look at Ashanti as it's like a nervousness or it's a cover up or she's trying to make Nelly happy by not trying to interject. That is a 40-something-year-old grown woman who's in her right mind, who's able to decide, make decisions, who's a veteran in the game, comes from a good family, and she can't laugh. Now she's being judged against the laugh because she's actually happy. And I am convinced people don't like to see people happy. People don't like to see people in a zone, content, okay with life, because they don't know enough. It's like they want more and more and more. It's like, what more do y'all want? What more conversation does people really want or her to put out there? I don't think for 1 minute when her and Nelly did decide to do their reality show, the way it works, from my understanding, sometimes there is a layout. You can't just have a show and it's just like, oh, okay, go. Ready, on your mark, get set, go. No, they're planned out. Now, do you know what you necessarily gonna say? You might have an idea. Do I think they had already discussed the inauguration type of situation? Absolutely, because she did say she was going to support, her husband. That's his decision. She made that clear with her mama. I feel like Ashanti, the way she responded, she did it in decency and in order. And for some reason, I think some women have a problem when women are out here disrespecting their other halves, their spouses, the one who they're in a coming together, a relationship, a respectful relationship. And just because their respect isn't defined by what society thinks it's supposed to be, now it's a problem. But we don't see this woman on here putting hands on her husband. We don't see her out here cussing him out, belittling him, making him feel less than or demasculating him. So now it's a problem. Nelly adores Ashanti. It is their marriage, their relationship, their situationship, what they chose. I see it as nothing wrong. It's healthy. Sometimes can we as humans say things that we don't always mean? Yeah, we can. But when it's between two people and they're in their own lane, and what they decided to do to take those vows before God, by the next second, the next day, they done worked it out. But you got people out here in these streets that's still holding on to something that's not even real because that's their household. Let me catch up with some of these comments. his baby mama keeps throwing shade and oh really? And oh Lord, oh my. You can see how much he loves her. You can, Miss Dolores. It's the bitter women who so-called chose to be single, who choose to be single. Ashanti is married. She moves with grace. You notice most of her friends are all married. I was wondering about that. And that's a good thing. It's a thin line between love and hate. It really is. Now, I see that Chantel Jackson has a birthday coming up. I guess she's gonna be hitting on 40. What a wonderful blessing. Now, again, she, doing her little uploads and things of that nature. But when I say it's looking like a paid performance once again, and it's a paid push of frustration of her trying to get the climb right, because something was missed in them 20s. Something was probably missed in them 30s. But she's one of those women, I think, that didn't do it accordingly. And she's trying to play the catch-up game to get the money, because it's not fun being broke. It's not I ain't saying she's broke or anything like that, but you can tell that she's trying any and everything to promote, and you start to kind of run out of this content, what got you there, because I think a lot of people are honestly just showing up because it's a Nelly and Ashanti type of thing. The woman, what I think she needs to do is honestly take a setback and rebrand and focus on herself, and not trying to figure out how to throw her shade or try to act like she's in her purpose. Now, you want to talk about somebody's laugh? When she laughs, that's that nervous laugh she got. She don't know what to say. She don't know how to move with it. She just, there, something's missing. Something's missing. And I'm gonna say this too though. When you have something missing, and when that something honestly is Jesus Christ, your life is totally out of alignment. If you're not being centered and you're not really valuing that you have life here on earth, and we all have a meeting final destination, I'm telling y'all, this stuff really gets tangled up, because you do have to take a step back at moments. But something is honestly missing. And I'm thankful that she's not trying to give no relationship advice, because even when she talks about her own past one and how she don't believe in circling the box, it all fell apart. When she was doing the macaroni and cheese that Thanksgiving, that fell apart. She can't give no cooking tips either. It's just a boring blah, blah, blah. But people tune in trying to see what's next. But everything looks forced to me. Looks like a paid performance. Looks like it's paid people. She had them, oh gosh, I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it anyhow. She had them like used up people from back in the day that still look like they trying to hang on and show a little something that ain't even worth trying to show. A little cleavage, a little thigh, and all that. And Ashanti, she can do her thing. She already got her brand solidified. This has nothing to do with how Ashanti comes out in her performance attire. That's her. Cher did it for years, however long she did it. But Donna did it for years. But Ashanti, that's a whole nother platform, and she's doing it. Do it as long as she want to do it. I don't care. But when Chantel is out there trying to show her little cleavage, trying to show a little leg and all this other stuff, that stuff be looking so uncomfortable. Like, girl, like, just soften it up a little bit. And is you really this model that you claim it to be? Like, what you really selling now? Is it like really your brand? Are you trying to sell for somebody slide up in them DM? Is you that desperate out here that it comes to that? Because that becomes the focal point. Ashanti got the talent to match it. She got the talent. She got the writing skills. She got the star on the Hollywood walk. She got the skills to back it up. I sat up there and watched some little movie that Chantel Jackson did. I think that was like a few months, like, no, not a few months back, maybe like almost a year ago. I said, what type of acting on Tubi did she sign up for? She was in the first half, and that was forced. Where is the talent? What is this girl even? I can't even say the F word. Famous. I can't even say famous. What is she supposed to be even famous for? She just showing up. Oh gosh. Okay. But what's really sad about this You got some women, honestly, that's in their 60s, their 70s, their 40s, and still trying to figure it out if that man really wants them, or trying to leave a door open, or having some form of attachment to make it a we thing, a us thing, and just trying to come up with all types of tactics, toxic tactics, to still have some type of emotional soul tie with somebody. And it's sad because when Chantel did that interview some years ago on The Real, when Lonnie Love was interviewing her along with Jenny Mai, and I think it was one other co-host. And Chantel said very clearly that her and Nelly will always be in contact, and whoever in his life is gonna have to understand that, and that she does have a relationship with his mother as well. Yeah, I know when people start mentioning people's family members, it's serious in their minds, the one whose mouth it's coming out of. She was very serious about that, but we see how that turned out. Because ain't no way anybody is going to let their home be invaded, if they can help it, by an outsider, by somebody who honestly don't mean them no good. Ain't no way somebody's going to allow somebody to use these little wild tactics to come in and disturb their you. They're going to fight for what's theirs. And really, you ain't even got to fight for it, because that man, whoever this woman thinking she got these soul ties still with, is the common denominator. Long as he ain't giving no energy into it, and he ain't, because that was real sad too when people was putting out that mess saying Nelly, wants to get back with SJ, and now you got Kelly Rowland all wrapped up in this stuff too. It's crazy. I'm like, this is something back in the day. Like, is we still on this National Enquirer stuff or something? But Nelly said on his show that his mom loves Ashanti more than she loves him. Okay, that's so sweet. I love the relationship. We rooting for it. We praying for what we got going on. We praying for that couple right there, because I'm like, hey, we need to see that. I think it's all good. I think the last celebrity couple that, not even about to bring up that, y'all, because that's taking it way back, but I'll say their names anyhow. I think one of the first, like, hip hop. I think y'all have to let me know though. I think, but one of the very first hip hop couples people was really talking about back in the day was Tretch and Pep of Salt and Pepper. Tretch from Naughty by Nature. That was a couple from back in the day. Okay, y'all, till next time, and go Clarissa. We'll see what's going on with that. Hope she win that fight tomorrow in Detroit, Michigan. Peace out, y'all.